Alrighty everyone, welcome back. It is now October 19th of 2023, and given that many major Hollywood studios out there, such as Disney and Warner Brothers, are dealing with their own problems and challenges, Disney is dealing with Snow White and that whole drama, while WB is dealing with the ongoing Amber Heard fiasco, and really embracing the Aquaman 2 The Lost Kingdom disaster. They are fully expecting this to be as big of a box office failure as Fury of the Gods, aka Shazam 2, and The Flash. Now, we know that director James Wan is really trying to cover WB and is also trying to water down everything that happened behind the scenes involving Amber Heard, her view of Johnny Depp, Jason Momoa, etc., etc. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. Now, one thing about The Lost Kingdom that is, fully established right now is that James Wan keeps calling it a bromance, alright? He cannot stop calling it that. That's what he keeps on spewing out there. And in reality, really, it's just a brotherhood film. I think that's the proper way to call it. A brotherhood movie, right? It's about Orm and, really focusing on the whole, brotherhood between Orm and Arthur. Meanwhile, Mira is getting a very reduced role in comparison to the first film. But there's a lot of things happening with Amber Heard talking down and trash-talking Johnny Depp. Let's get into all of this drama that's been happening behind closed doors over at Warner Brothers and why it actually created a big production hell for James Wan and even Aquaman 2 as a whole. So, with Amber Heard dealing with endless criticism about her involvement in Aquaman 2, one major development has to do with what's been going on behind the scenes with Amber Heard's firing from Warner Brothers. Now, recently, director James Wan had to deliver the following about Amber Heard. This production was a very difficult one between myself, the cast, and the crew, and especially for Amber coming out of the Johnny Depp situation that wasn't taken lightly on set. There were many moments where Miss Heard would endlessly make remarks about Mr. Depp on set and would make uncomfortable claims about him to the point where we had to take a much-needed pause on production and principal photography to figure out how to control these emotions on set. It was a tough thing to deal with Amber making endless claims about Mr. Depp that did end up setting us back on multiple scenes for this film. Many of which we had to end up deleting anyway, but I won't comment further on that situation. But working with both Jason, Patrick, and Amber was quite the experience, both challenging at times and exciting. So guys, let me stop here quick before I get to the next big piece that Juan comments about. It's the fact that this just goes to show you that Amber Heard could never shut up about Johnny Depp, both behind closed doors and in the public. And it seems like that she is carrying this grudge with her and will continue to do so because she is beginning to play the victim. We know that she has played the victim for many months now. She is a liar, a pathological liar, mind you, and a relentless one at that. And we know that Johnny Depp, he's pretty much, focusing on his own thing in film and, and himself as a musician, doing all those different things. It's funny because I always kind of like to compare him to Keanu Reeves. Very rarely do you see a lot of actors out there really fully established in their musical career and in their acting career at the same exact time. And I kind of like how they do that. But when you look at stuff like this, the fact that we have Amber Heard, the fact that James Wan is confirming that she was always trash-talking Johnny Depp behind the scenes and how this caused a lot of production setbacks, a lot of pauses, and what ultimately led to some scenes even getting deleted because of those emotions getting spewed on set and interrupting with her acting. It goes to show you that Warner Brothers made a full-on mistake by even including her in this film to begin with. Why would you even want her involved in the reshoots is beyond me. Now, we know that James Wan is somebody that is really trying to protect the image of Warner Brothers and is really watering down Amber Heard's attitude behind the scenes of, of the filming of Aquaman 2, The Lost Kingdom. Now, to make matters even worse, is that we know that Amber Heard is not taking the criticism of her new movie In the Fire lightly. She's taking it as a big offense. She knows that what her position right now is within Hollywood. A lot of studios do not want to work with her anymore, including the big one, Universal Studios. They were going to give her a big career in the Fast and Furious franchise for the all-female-led spin-off film that Vin Diesel confirmed many months ago that is no longer including Amber Heard. Now moving on, he goes on to elaborate further. I just feel that the DC fanbase needs to quiet down the noise about Mrs. Heard. I am not here to say what's true or false about Amber, but what I will make clear is that her claims and comments about Mr. Depp really made this production a tough one to deal with that did end up extending some portions of filming and initiated reshoots on our end here at Warner Brothers. We must act like professionals here, and it's something I insisted to Amber on set, and after we had wrapped filming, and she was very respectful and understanding of these requests that I handed down to her while we were making this fabulous film that concludes the DC Universe as we know it before James takes over. I am not here to get mixed up in unnecessary drama other than I wanted to clear things up on production challenges that we had to meet and why reshoots were indeed necessary. We are still very excited for December, for the return of both Jason, Amber, and Patrick, and we have some surprises for our loyal fan base that I think will be honored for the years to come. As a part of WB, we say thank you, and I hope fans understand Miss Heard's position in this film was cut down due to other factors than previously reported. Now, for those of you that don't know, after the failed test screening, screeners were walking out of Aquaman 2. They decided to even reduce Amber Heard's role yet again for that very given reason. That's the truth. Seemingly, James Wan wants to make it as if there were other factors that came into play as to why her scenes were greatly reduced, other than the whole Johnny Depp drama and how she was trash-talking him, making out of touch with reality comments about Johnny Depp and everything about his professional career and how his personal life was embedded within Amber Heard. Now we know that James Wan is going soft on Amber Heard, there's no doubt about that. He could have easily, if he really wanted to, he could have easily confirmed a lot more things about all of what the Hollywood trades have been talking about right now behind closed doors. There is a lot of stuff that is happening, by the way, behind the scenes of Aquaman 2. We know that she was banished and fired from WB. That no longer allows her to attend the world premiere, so she will not be attending. You're going to have Jason, Patrick there, and the rest of the cast, but no Amber Heard, and rightfully so. So overall, I really have to say, I mean, it is nice to hear Wan confirming some things, but it's also kind of, a bit of a letdown that he really is standing up technically here for WB and watering down all the nonsense of what Amber Heard did behind closed doors. So anyway, guys, drop a comment below. Fill me in below in the comments what you all have to say about this, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.